नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आई होगी ना आई है नो डोंट नो
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
कोई डोमेन खेलना है तुमको मतलब हेल्प चाहिए किसी का मैं आज क्वेस्ट करूँगा क्योंकि अभी टाइम है मेरे पास 2 घंटे तो मैं सोचा कर लो रात को या टाइम ऊपर नहीं से होता अच्छा ठीक है आ जाओ जल्दी आना क्वेस्ट स्टार्ट करूँगा मैं ना भी आता Okay, let's see. ओके बड़ी दिक्कत की बात है इवेंट वाला शॉप से तुम प्रीमो खरीदो अगर प्रीमो ले चुके हो तो कुछ भी खरीद लो स्पेशल आइटम में जाके
solidified.
This one's got your name on it. Tap. This one's got your name on it. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
मैं आ गया. Okay, give me few seconds. Raiden National. देख लो इसे कैसे करना है. इसमें मारना. और कुछ बचा? आई. ओके 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 ठीक है. अरे भाई पकड़ ले.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
जाएगा.
Take it easy. Illusion shattered. Let's light it up. Boba, get them. Get out of here.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
I'm going in. You're toast. Now you shall perish.
Adventure time.
Yeah.
Off we go.
House.
Adventure time. Off we go. Shine down. Busted. Illusion shattered. Let's light it up. Here comes the catch. Torn to oblivion. Gotcha.
Nice and spicy.
Let's light it up.
There is no escape.
Get out of here. Really? Game's up. Fun's over. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Quietly now.
Out of the frying pan.
Transcend all constrict.
Going in.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
You're toast.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Shine down.
Quietly now. Teamwork is dream.
There is no escape.
Things are about to get dicey.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Illusion shattered. Busted. Insolent. There is no escape. Going in. Yeah, gotcha. Here comes the catch. Torn to oblivion. The world remains constant over the centuries. But human...
ये फिनिश मैं कल करूँगा.
Life is like the dew at dawn. Or a... Right.
But
Just then, the rain stopped. Or did it keep raining? Trial a treat! Trial or treat!
मैं होल्ड करना, मैं काम कर रहा हूँ.
Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining? Trial or treat!
Okay. No.
Enjoy the Botanalia Festival!
All the world holds dear is but a
then,
backdrop of
the rain
constant motion.
stopped. Or
I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
trial or treat! Trial a treat! Enjoy the Botanalia Festival! Just then, the rain stopped.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble
Okay.
rising through
Oh,
water. Transitory.
Well, if
That voice! It's Navia!
I didn't expect to run into you guys.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy?
We've wrapped up stocking up on materials, Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, our financial situation right now isn't the best. So, though just pieces of paper now.
Whoa! Spoken like a true president.
Oh, you bet. So before I came over this time, I took a pic. And then, since Malouse loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running...
That does sound like you, all right.
Oh, want to take a look?
Let Paimon see. This looks like a piece... Okay, Paimon can definitely...
Thank you for your advice. I thought that as long as I understood...
Well, now you know for...
Anyway, worst comes to worst.
Ah, so you're going to head...
Yep, that's the plan. You said you don't have any...
It's a bit sudden.
Then let's go. We'll...
Oh, you mean the...
Oh, sorry. I meant our... Oh, all right, follow me. The engineer is still doing a few...
So, Paimon is always...
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory.
If you provided... Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home.
Well, you are right that it is a bit strange, though.
Yeah, that's what Paimon...
Well, it is what it is. But that would only be the case if he cared, from what I've heard.
Huh. Well...
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting...
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head...
All right, then let's head out. It'll be a while before we get to Poisson.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person? Oh, Paimon...
That's all right. While my papa was stiff like a board, my father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just... But sometimes I'd still look at the Clementine line. Silver once said that so I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving. The fact won't change that they existed, and of course, I still haven't really gotten used to a life without, but I tell myself that besides, I'm the... We've reached the shore. Let's go. I'll show you.
Navia... Do you think she's doing all right? Okay. Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so...
Oh, okay, lower.
Boss, you're back! Traveler in Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Flora.
Hey, I can totally. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina.
All right. There's no need to be so. Were you waiting here for me? Did we?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as callously unfaithful for the law, but now that his name has been cleared and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to act.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the.
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire
अरे ओम
country?
भाई व्हाट्सअप
I agree wholeheartedly.
कैसे हो?
Hey. Just thanks for the vote. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to.
We can ask the
आज मैं
sculptor, but
स्टोरी
we
खेल
haven't
रहा
had any real
नाविया
discussions
की
yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should.
There's no need for. Hey, you, come over here with me.
me
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine.
That's,
Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got
पेंटिंग
it,
बचा
boss.
हुआ है वैगन का बैनर
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
ना
Well, I've actually discussed it a bit, so I want to pick your brain for a bit and see if.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
A happy pose? You mean.
Would all that be able to come through with just a picture?
would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a mess.
Could one of you try striking a pose like you're... that actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
nice
Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every...
But there's something off with the composition. This pose.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose. It makes me recall Sfina di Rasula's glorious golden age.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too... If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day.
Oh, Paimon was just...
What Florent meant was. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the
पहले
one
वो
that we
लगे
met while investigating Mr. Callus's.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, but how could I get her? But I got so busy.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up.
On the matter of the statue, we should still.
We could have just done that from the start. Yeah, sure.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You'd say that
Poisson
familiar. You wouldn't
distribution.
believe how.
it's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Ah, let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cab.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of.
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask.
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool. Wait, now you suddenly resist.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
Luce and Melissa, dead. Luce. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can.
Quit following me.
All of this. It's.
I think you and I both feel the same way.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against.
Realm
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aqua. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought, but Mr. Callus believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by. And not only would the Aquabus be a good business, but the two couldn't come to an agreement.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubborn.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
Oh, that's a good.
Oh yeah, he used to be a lot better, but on the matter of the...
Huh.
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that they believed that Miss Clementine
So they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina. And perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
Huh. I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable—
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit...
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I want to come with me again, you two?
Of course.
Paimon feels like. Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't...
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great.
Back in the days, Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would... The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance. And now, in the blink of an eye... Oh, I know. I was...
Then let's stay here.
Oh, is this another chance to try some?
Wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Seems like we're all out of flour and sugar.
We should contribute.
Oh, that's great.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby.
Great.
Take it easy.
How did it... You've all done your part.
Whoa, these macarons looking tasty.
Boss's baking skills have all...
Oh.
Have you two seriously never considered... Oh, I see.
You just happen to... Adventurers never stay in... Besides, after everything...
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. I will endeavor.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water in celebration of this moment.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick, join in on the toast!
May your
Cheers.
travels go smoothly, may the spina continue to grow, and may our friendship last until the end of time.
Nothing. हाँ बोल. हेलो. हेलो. क्या हुआ? मैं आधा घंटा बाद आऊँगा. हाँ हाँ पता है, पीछे में जो हंस रहा है सब समझ आ रहा है. रखो.
Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town.
Okay. So you put add character in your showcase. Then I can do now. You can see there is nothing. So
Too slow. Squall Fury.
whether you should add your character into your profile, then I can see.
Quit fall.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
Not
My mistake, Ma. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep.
Navia's always liked to take.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. There are few things more uplifting than
Very well. Please, wait here.
Can someone remind Paimon again what?
She hasn't. After we cleared her father's, she said she used to be terrified of Papa. So, but the Spina is very different now. Yeah, you could say. She said that she wanted to become someone like.
from the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
Is something up, Traveler? Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop right there!
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk,
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
this one's got your neck.
Quietly now. Game's up. Time's over.
Now, talk. Who?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Okay.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you...
If you thought they stood any chance anyway, stop playing tough and start talking.
We're looking to... We were discovered. And can't be...
Get revenge? Wait,
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much!
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp, but so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway. Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
listen. Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your...
I understand. Thank you.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again...
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, if the other side is
I support Boss's decision as well.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for... Then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all apart.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. It's getting late. I'll also ask someone to write...
Do we have to stay?
We can still go out and...
That does...
Okay.
Still...
The wind rises.
Coming back here really does feel like, if you think about it, it would...
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued... He was a very ambitious man who...
And that's also why people...
All right. You can use the same room as last time.
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just...
Oh, Paimon, sorry! Please have mercy.
Quit following me.
Just say what you mean. Need those parts. It's taking him so long.
Hello? Are you asleep yet? Oh, no, not wanna go fishing?
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking...
Hopefully I didn't. Don't worry. You don't have to do any actual fishing if you're too tired. Just think of it as keeping me company. Okay, let's go.
But
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, travel? Then, let's...
honestly, Paimon,
It might just be something that runs in my family.
that's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deep. My father always had a lot. My mother never had those kinds of expectations. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Maloose and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
When I was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Maloose come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, because if you do falter... sorry. Sorry. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have... And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those...
Although... Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line.
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first... We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's...
You want Paimon to help too? You didn't...
Stop wasting time! We'll go ahead with the operation of...
Well, you...
Well, if we just...
All right. So how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars. So... See? This guy gets it.
Anyway, let's...
Paimon hopes she'll really...
I hope so too.
Okay.
Sun rises.
Adele, we're back. We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa! Thank you so much, boss!
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind.
It's been a while!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
You're really amazing. And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too. What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, it's...
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, but It's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So, I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
What?
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously. Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
Oh, it's the least we could do.
Boss!
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report.
What? Explosive?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time, but Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well. Because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation.
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our
My dear, if the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Okay, got it.
Leave it to us, Navia.
Hmm.
Please stay safe, too.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss!
Okay.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Oh. I get it now.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
You better stick close to me.
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened, and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too! I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that!
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Okay.
Umbrella warfare, I guess! Hiya!
Watch out!
Cha! Umbrella warfare, I guess!
Attack!
That's the way! Hiya! Coming at ya! Cha! Ha!
Laurent, I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians.
Okay.
I can't allow my partner to...
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know. But...
Let's hurry up there! We have to protect the Clementine line! If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Switch the volume a bit off.
Busted.
Squall Fury. Cry louder. That's far enough. The wind rises.
We certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. But if we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
When it's time to go.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it? Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff. Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find. Let me turn this guy over. Oh, he's super heavy. Oh, you found it! That's amazing! That should do it, right? Navi and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They could have... They're gonna bury Poisson!
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block. I'm doing this the Spina way.
Wow, quite
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone! And you were so cool!
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time. It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeu really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. Coulter, I can understand how you feel. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes, so that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina, but once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
Thank you, Nav.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, seeing it still standing there.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly.
Just give her some time.
Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier.
अरे राज भाई what's up?
I used to
Hardly
think that
to
I'd
know
never
your
doubt
partner.
myself. Coulter mentioned, do you think...
Don't think like that, no matter what other...
But like कर दो like मार दो like.
Well, since it's ended up like there's something that...
Florent, I hope you can understand that...
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
Hua, hua, hua. Go. A surprise, okay.
Take it easy.
Why is everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the...
This is... Papa. Mother. And...
We designed the look from...
Wow! This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is...
We wanted to commemorate her
I don't know what...
With Navia.
We are gathered here that we support you and believe in you.
That's what we believe as well!
Thank you so much. This really is quite the surprise. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Wow, finally. Only chapter 1 closed. Okay, let me see. Hmm. Cookies, cookies. Give EM also.
It seems like looking back on it, I've thought even though the Aquabus I think that's probably...
Because quite good if let me see. Navia. Great with quick damage. My god. Already. Let me. If that fucking defense moment. Nice.
got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
So we will close the stream today. Thank you for your greetings. To test out something.
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered! Ha!
Yeah. Yeah.
Shine down! Ha!
I will have order.
There is no escape! Ha! Now you shall perish!
Turret, bring refuge! Hold the weapon!
And shroud! Rah. Yeah. I'll uproot you!